Last week, I was in a boardroom. The CEO kept repeating, "We need to move faster, execute faster, decide faster." Sound familiar? Here's what happened next. 3 rushed decisions, 2 project pivots, 1 very expensive mistake that could have been avoided with just 24 hours of strategic thinking. When did fast become synonymous with good in leadership? Welcome back to Deliberate Leaders. I'm Allison Dunn, and today we are talking about something that might make every productivity guru cringe: the power of strategic slowness. Here's the counterintuitive truth I've learned after working with hundreds of leaders. Speed is overrated. Deliberate pacing beats frantic action every single time. Think about the last time you made a snap decision under pressure. How did that work out? Now, think about your best strategic wins. Chances are, those came from taking time. Time to think, to question, to let ideas marinate. I learned this the hard way early in my career. I was leading a team, hemorrhaging talent. My instinct? Act fast, new policies, immediate restructuring, outside consultants. The faster I moved, the worse things got. It wasn't until I forced myself to slow down and really listen that I saw the truth. Speed was masking the real problem. I hadn't taken time to understand the root cause. This is what I call the strategic slowness paradox. The moments you feel the most pressure to speed up are usually the exact moments you need to slow down. When your team is pushing for immediate answers, when stakeholders want instant results, when the market feels like it's leaving you behind, that's when strategic slowness becomes a competitive advantage. So, how do you slow down strategically without looking indecisive? 3 approaches. 1, the 24-hour rule. For any significant decision, give yourself at least 24 hours. Not to procrastinate, but to let your subconscious work on it. You'll be amazed what surfaces when you stop forcing it. 2, the question sequence. Ask, what am I not seeing? What would change if we waited a week? What's the cost of being wrong versus the cost of being slow? Most of the time, the cost of being wrong is far greater. 3, strategic delays. Actually schedule thinking time. I block 30 minutes every Friday for what I call strategic slowness sessions, a chance to review decisions I'm rushing toward and ask, is speed really serving the outcome? Now, some of you might be thinking, Allison, what about competitive advantage? What about market timing? I'm not saying slow everything down. I'm talking about the difference between thoughtful urgency and mindless speed. Jeff Bezos had a great framework. Type 1. Decisions are irreversible and need slow, careful deliberation. Type 2 decisions are reversible and can be made quickly. The problem? Most leaders treat Type 1 decisions like Type 2, and that's where speed becomes dangerous. Here's your challenge this week. Pick one decision you're rushing toward. Just one. Now ask, is it reversible or irreversible? If it's irreversible, practice strategic slowness. Give it the time it deserves. Because moving fast in the wrong direction, that just gets you to the wrong place. Faster. Many today are obsessed with velocity, and your willingness to be strategically slow isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It's leadership. And often it's the difference between a breakthrough and a very expensive mistake. That's it for today's dive into counterintuitive leadership. Next week's topic is the power of strategic ignorance. Why knowing what not to focus on might be your greatest superpower. Until then, lead deliberately.